Yeah, so it's time for a walk and talk. I don't know how much walking I'm gonna do, because I gotta keep monitoring this fucking phone so it doesn't, to keep the camera rolling here. Anyways, so there is so much going on in my mind right now that I cannot process all of it. And this is pretty typical. I mean, there's so much that usually I just try to shut my mind off because, but you know, gosh damn it, fucking alright, so, alright, let's do I don't even know where to begin. This is what I'm saying, there's so much in my mind. So that video I put up yesterday has everything to do with what's going on in my mind. And it's all directly related to homelessness, which is another thing. Like, people just do not get the connecting the dots on homelessness with all this stuff going on with COVID and the jabs and everything. And like, I can talk about the religion of money and people don't even understand it. They don't even understand the concept of the religion of money. And these are things that my whole channel had been based on for 6 years. And these are things that your average, just like the majority of people, they just are completely retarded. They have no abstract thought. They just have zero abstract thought. They cannot comprehend how money would be a religion. Like, there's a Rush song, and the lyrics of the Rush song it's probably the song Big Money. Big money goes around the world. Haven't you ever heard that song? Big money goes around the world, okay? And in the lyrics, it talks about money as the age-old religion. Money is an age-old religion. So when Rush does a song about it, everybody's like, oh yeah, I totally relate with the lyrics to this song that money is an age-old religion. But if some complete nobody like me brings up the religion of money, everybody's like socially, immediately just socially retarded. Like, because it isn't a rock star talking to them about it, it's just some nobody. So therefore, it must not have any meaning if it's not some super rock star in a super rock band like Rush talking about it. Well, then it just has no meaning. See how brainwashed everybody is? People are so brainwashed that the only way to legitimize any information is it has to come from some famous person, like a famous scientist or a famous politician or a famous rock star or a famous movie star. Then everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's right. But if some just Joe Blow is talking about it, it's like, what? What are you talking about? You must be crazy. The age-old religion of money. People try to argue that, oh, more people are murdered from Christianity, the religion of Christianity. And they always complain about, oh, religion is so evil, while they go and worship at the altar of the dollar every day, all day, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for fucking decades and decades and decades, and complain about how religion is killing everyone while they worship at the altar of the dollar. You need to rewatch the movie They Live, the money shot in the movie They Live, where it shows the money when he's wearing the sunglasses, and he looks at the money with the sunglasses, and the money says, this is your God. Money is the age-old fucking religion. And so, I'm telling you, I have more respect for homeless people than I do any other group of people on this fucking planet. Because at least they're not groveling at the altar of the religion of money while they hypocritically complain about Christianity and all these other religions. And Christianity has killed more people than all other of this and that combined. Fuck you. Keep worshiping at the altar of the dollar, you fucking evil fucking cunt. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck you. You worship money all day, every day, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, for decades and decades, and then complain about Christianity or Buddhism or whatever the fucking religion is that you're going on complaining about. Fuck you. Just keep worshiping that fucking money. So anyway, the reason I'm talking about this is because, so I'm at this new job to escape my other job, because my other job is like total slave labor. But there is no slavery in the U.S. now. There's no slavery in the U.S. So again, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Yep. So I have this new job, and I got the cold. I got the cold a couple days ago. So, and I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming, because my job has been working out pretty good. And up until a couple days ago, I got the cold. Okay. And my boss is like, well, I was like, dude, I'm down to work. I could work. I just wanted to be honest with you and let you know that I am a little under the weather. I got some kind of cold or something. And he's like, you need to take the day off. I was like, well, I'm down to work. And he's like, no, you need to take the day off. Okay. So then I posted that fucking hour-long video yesterday about COVID, all this shit, right? And demon possession, and how COVID is directly tied to demon possession and all this shit. So then this morning, I'm still feeling, I'm feeling better, and I could work. I want to work. I'd rather work. So I call him up and I say, hey, I'm feeling better, but I just want to check in with you because I am still having, sniffles and shit. But I'm down to work. And he's like, no. And he says, you need to take another day or two off and stuff. I'm like, no problem. He goes, hey, do you want to take a COVID test? And I'm like, oh, shit. He's like, have you taken a COVID test? And I'm like, no. And he says, well, maybe you need to take a COVID test. So I was like, fuck. And then he's like, yeah, we have tests here. I've got some tests. If you want one, do you want a COVID test? And I was not, and it was this morning, right? And so I'm like, well, I just woke up. Let me call you back later and stuff. He's like, okay, no problem, So then about 5 minutes later, he calls me back. And I answer the phone. And he says, hey, I really think you should take a COVID test. And we have COVID tests here. And we have COVID tests. So, and I really think that before you come back to work, you need to take a COVID test. Okay? So here we are at the altar of money. Now it's an ultimatum. If I want to keep my job, I have to take a fucking COVID test. See, this is the problem with you fucking people and your society. Your fucking retarded, shitty society. This is the problem. I'm gonna wait till this guy passes because I don't want to fucking... Yeah, this is the fucking problem with your society, not mine. You know what my society is? The fucking homeless. And all of you fucking shitbags in your shitty fucking cunt faggot society all hate homeless people. So that's your society, not mine. All you fucking pieces of shit, you all hate homeless people. And that's your society that hates homeless people. My society is homeless people. That's my society. You hate homeless people. And your entire society hates homeless people and participates in the hating and condemning of homeless people for the simple fact that they are so poor that they're homeless. You and your society, not mine. And your society forced me to assimilate to your shitty, fucking retarded society that worships at the altar of money 5 days a week, 8 hours a day for decades, and you go along with it. So your society is the society that is mandating PCR tests. Your society is the society that is mandating vaccines. Your society. The homeless don't do that. The homeless, that's my society. This is your fucking society mandating that I get a PCR test if I want to keep my job. Your fucking society, not mine. So yeah, people wonder why I talk about homelessness. What does homelessness have to do with anything? They're just a bunch of lazy, mentally ill. Yeah, that's your society says that. Your society says, what's homeless have to do with COVID or jabs or any of this stuff? They're just a bunch of lazy, mentally ill. That's your fucking society. And your society hates the fucking homeless. And your society is based on the religion of money, worshiping at the altar of money. Your society, not mine. That's your fucking society. And you are all going along with this. So mandated PCR tests in order to keep a job. And then you wonder why there's all these homeless people everywhere. All these dirty homeless people. Maybe there are people that would refuse to take a fucking mandated PCR test in order to keep a fucking job. That's your society mandating PCR tests, not mine. This is what you participate in, not me. And see, I get in trouble for not participating in your society. Your society is completely fucking insane. Your society. But then you want to project the insanity of your society onto homeless people. That homeless people are the crazy ones. Homeless people are the mentally ill. Homeless people are the drug addicted, mentally ill, criminal, vagrant degenerates. It's the homeless, huh? And like I said, you wonder why. Why would I talk about homelessness? What does homelessness have to do with anything? That's your society that says that. And just this morning, my boss says that in order for me to come back to work, I have to get a PCR test. This is your society. This is your fucking society. And you go along with all this. You're the ones that are saying, homeless, I hate the homeless. They're all just a bunch of lazy, mentally ill. You're the ones that are going along with all this. Those dirty homeless. You're the ones going along with ignoring all these homeless people. Like, oh, don't even pay any attention to them. Don't pay attention to them. They're just homeless people. That's your society. And it's all religion of money. Your society is based on the religion of money, while all you guys do is complain about Christianity and all these other religions. You're too fucking blind to see that you worship at the altar of the religion of money 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And they've got you all by the balls. You want to continue getting your money? You got to get a PCR test. Well, what's next? So what would you suggest I do? What would you do? You would get the PCR test? See, I haven't ever gotten a single PCR test. I haven't gotten one PCR test. And I've managed this far without getting one until today. Now my boss is like, well, in order for you to come back to work, you need to get a PCR test. So what do I do? Go be homeless or get a PCR test? Well, here again, what would you do? I know it's your dirty little secret. You don't have to come out and say what you would do because typically the average answer, the secret, dirty little secret is that you would go get your PCR test in order to escape homelessness. Why do you fear poverty? Why do you fear economic insecurity? Why do you fear it? Because everyone told you to fear it? You've been brainwashed into fearing poverty. Your biggest fucking fear is being homeless. And you'll get the PCR test to avoid homelessness. You'll get the jab to avoid homelessness. You fucking fear and hate homelessness and the homeless. That's your society. So what do we do about all this? Well, you're not going to do anything because you probably already got your PCR test in order to keep your job and all this shit. Oh, well, you have to play the game, you know. It's not that big of a deal. I know COVID, I know it's all bullshit, you know, but, you know, in order, you know, that happened to me and I went ahead and took the test because even though I know it's all bullshit, I just took the test. You got to play the game. Do I? You have to play the game, huh? We have to play the game. Who created this? Where did this unspoken rule come from that we have to play? You must play. Yeah. No, there is no correlation between homelessness and PCR tests and homelessness and mandated PCR tests and homelessness and mandated vaccines and homelessness and mandated... No, there is no correlation between any and all this. Just keep ignoring the homeless issue and pretending that it has nothing to do with anything at all, and wonder why some crazy guy on the internet would even bother bringing up the topic of homelessness at all. Why would anybody? That's the stupidest subject of all subjects to bring up. Nobody cares about that. Yeah. Yep. Go get your mandated PCR tests in order to keep your job so you can continue your religious practice of worshiping at the altar of money, while you continue to go on and on about how Christianity is evil and all these other religions are evil, while you hypocritically worship money. Again, you may need to rewatch the movie They Live and pay close attention to the money shot when he's got the sunglasses on and he sees the money and he puts the sunglasses on and looks at the money, and the money says, "This is your God. This is your society, not mine. My society is the homeless. Your society, your people, this is your bullshit." And you want to point fingers and pretend, oh, it's Bill Gates and it's everyone else's fault, right? It's even the homeless's fault, right? The homeless did it to you. Is that what it is? Or was it Bill Gates? Or did you just take the mandated PCR test in order to continue going along to get along because that's what you have to do, blah, blah, blah? What if I just decided I'm not going to take this test to keep my job, and I ended up homeless, and I kept running this channel, and now I'm homeless and I'm running this channel, and here I am homeless because I refused to take the mandated PCR test. Then what? Will my subscriber base explode and all of a sudden have 700,000 subscribers, all like, wow, what? No, of course not. This is your fucking society. These are all your people, not mine. Mine are the homeless. The people that you hate. That's me. I'm the person that you fucking hate, you motherfuckers. So yeah, this is today. So today, if I want to go back to work, I need to do a PCR test. I haven't done a PCR test ever. I want to talk about pure blood. All these fucking retards bragging about pure blood. I'm a pure blood. Fuck you. Fuck you and your fucking shitty fucking retarded society. Fuck all this shit, dude. Fucking bullshit, man.